Parenting tips on aspects of raising a child. Why it is important to follow the rules? It is not only important to follow the rules, but it is also important to understand the rules. Rules are guidelines on how to behave in a given situation. Some people may think that following the rules does not matter because there are people who break them. But what about when they do not know what is right and wrong? Those people will have a hard time navigating through life without any guidance. Rules can be broken, but it should be done respectfully and with good reason. Children must be taught it is important to follow rules. Don't compare, everyone has a voice and it is so important to use it. You can't compare yourself with others because each person has a different story. The only person you should be comparing yourself to is God. He created you and gave you a specific purpose in life. There will never be another one like you, so embrace your uniqueness and rise to the occasion. Next tip is, communicate. A recent study found that children who have a regular conversation with their parents about what is going on in their lives experience better health outcomes. According to the study, children do not need an extensive conversation or a conversation every single day to see an impact. In fact, just one 30-minute conversation every week can have benefits for your child's health. Next tip, be mindful of changes. Many adolescents are facing challenges today. These challenges happen to be the result of the changes adolescence brings. Adolescents are now experiencing more pressure than ever before with social media, schoolwork, and jobs. They are also dealing with hormonal changes, different social circles, and relationship changes. Observe mood. Most kids have mood swings. Some go through the whole spectrum of emotions in a few hours. The key is to be aware that mood swings exist and to know what they are trying to tell you when they happen. Cater to their mood swings tactfully. Next tip is, build confidence. Students often find themselves in a precarious situation when they don't know how to write an essay. They may be too afraid to ask for assistance and end up trying to struggle through the assignment on their own. This is where we come in. Do not let them lose confidence in you. Inculcate courage. A difficult life has its ups and downs. To get through the tougher times, you need to keep your faith and keep fighting. While the challenges may seem insurmountable, they are what push and motivate you to put in your best efforts. Make them believe that harder times are the stepping stones to victory. Next tip is, do not create fright. School punishments can be a great way to help shape a child's behavior. However, it should not be used as a way to terrorize or dismantle a child's aspirations. When punishments are used in the right context, they can make children feel responsible for their actions and inspire them to do better in the future. Try not to terrorize them in the name of school punishments. Do not dismantle a child's aspirations. Next tip, observe self-respect. Self-respect is not something that you can give yourself, but rather it is something that you earn. You are someone with self-respect when you do what you think is morally right, even if the person around you has a different opinion. In order to have self-respect, one must also have self-identity, because without knowing who they are as a person, they cannot know what they stand. Raise your child in a manner that he or she values self-respect in the first place, does not resort to or surrender to any statement or an act of gender bias. It's important to maintain a healthy sense of self-esteem in order to be happy. Finding the courage to voice your opinion and ideas is also key in developing healthy self-esteem. Next parenting tip is cleanliness. It is observed that most children do not like to take bath, and they also do not like to wash their hands. It is observed that most adults also do not like to take bath, and they also do not like to wash their hands. Inculcate in them the importance of staying clean and keeping their surroundings clean. We are still learning this, it's just a beginning for the child who is in midst of formal school training. Next tip is, do not demotivate your kids. In a world where employers are seeking skilled employees, it is imperative to maintain a strong academic standing. Students must do their best to remember key events from their studies and can use tools such as flashcards to remind themselves of the reason behind a low grade for a particular subject area. When you are struggling to meet your goals, it can be hard to stay motivated. This is especially true when you are feeling like you are on an endless plateau. There are some things that you can do to help yourself stay motivated and avoid being demoralized. Conclusion: the power of parenting tips. It can be difficult to know what is the best way to raise a child. There are people telling you to do things like use an authoritative parenting style, while others might tell you otherwise. Get some tips on good parenting and need to know about raising a healthy, happy child. Don't forget, parenting is a continuous process.